Hello, Garrett and or Mark. We are sorry you guys couldn't join us tonight, but welcome to the start of whatever we're going to call this campaign in the end. Them witches need stitches.
My vote is still for witchful thinking.
I like witchful thinking.
That's fair.
It was a pretty good one. Solid option.
Yeah. Anyways, to begin, I've kind of already walked the rest of the players through, but for context for the online viewers, currently we have Gray. Gray is a witch hunter, and he will be played by me as the Dungeon Master NPC. He has ivory hair, wields a quarterstaff and longsword, and overall has darker colored chain armor. He is currently traveling with Salem, who is going to be played by Aislinn.
So Salem is a human. She's got brown hair, green eyes. She is an alchemist, so she is covered head to toe in alchemical items, bottles. She has a pet raccoon and a pet raven that like to steal things for her. And she is traveling on a white horse, which she has lovingly nicknamed Broom.
As the session goes on, I'm going to go ahead and have players introduce themselves and describe themselves as they are brought up in the campaign. Currently, we are in the process of routing from Applewood, the Dale Lands, to Gévaudan in Cormier. While there are several routes to get there, we've decided to travel along the southern route that cuts through Sembia, really just because it's familiar territory to Gray because he grew up in Sembia, and so he knows what to expect along the journey. Gray and Salem will travel this route for probably about 3 or 4 days before encroaching on the Hermit's Wood just outside of Bogbrook, and within the southern or southeastern side of Cormier, and thus concludes the description of the setting. The two of us are traveling along. You are in a tavern in Bogbrook.
Yep.
You've teleported through a portal.
I have fallen through a portal.
Okay.
Teleportal.
Many such cases.
Many such cases.
I think we're actually going to start with Jared's character.
This is a bit of a lead spoiler, but for this to be an intelligible transcript for those of you listening later, I'll clarify at this point I'm going to be using 2 names for this character. His real name is Enkyo Pompous, which is the Gethlane Fey creature. They're kind of like plant people. Leafy gnome Fey guys. Leaf hair, leaf and vine wings, small size, just funky little guys. At this point in the story, Enkyo will be going by the name Lift Gwimbly. A name he has and quite likes.
Where did you get that name? Well, I lifted it off somebody.
Yeah, lifted it off of Gwimbly.
Oh, okay.
I suspect. I don't know what he is now. Probably nothing.
That's what happens when you give your name to a fae.
Anyhow, picture then, as he is at this point pretending to be a gnomish child, a short, even foreshort character, positively drowning in a cloak styled like leaves in the dark hues of autumn ivy. Far longer than the guy is tall, and it's a miracle he's able to walk without getting tangled up in it. Atop this little gnome is a hat in the style of the cap of a fly man at a mushroom, wider than he is tall. If you looked under, you would see just a tiny bit of hair showing under the hat in dandelion yellow.
Lift.
It's funny that your name is Lift because my raccoon's name is Snatch and my raven's name is Pinch.
You are currently within the Hermit's Woods. A couple of days ago, let's say, you had actually walked through a portal in the Feywilds that led you to a staircase in the material plane.
When you find a staircase, obviously you take it to see where it goes.
Well, see, that's the thing. You find yourself standing at the top of the staircase. The thing is, that staircase was not encapsulated by a building or anything like that. It is a free-standing staircase. That is where the portal that you jumped through in the Feywilds dropped you off.
Minus my best friend.
And, of course...
I have to go back and save them. Let's see, standing up the staircase is like above the tree level? Or...
Not quite above the tree level.
Okay.
We'll say it's maybe about, at the highest point, it takes you maybe 15 feet upward.
Upon landing, you would start with shaking out this drowning cloak to reveal it's actually disproportionately large wings, and take off, have a little flight around, and see if there's any landmarks.
Among the forest itself, you do actually see an abandoned bungalow to the northern part of the forest. To the southern part of the forest, there is a road leading directly on through. To the west of the forest appears to be a little town. And then to the east of the forest, there is a just wide open plain with more forest just after the wide open plain.
Kind of pictured the material plane more desolate. This is pretty alive.
Yeah, where you are is quite green.
There's no, like, big patches of bare rock. No fire tornadoes.
You can see, like, mountain ranges off in the far distance.
Oh, that's different. That's a mountain.
This would have been right after you transferred from the Feywilds.
Start by checking out the bungalow.
Okay.
See what's there, if it is a safe enough place to hole up.
As you search around the bungalow, you actually notice that there is like an overgrowth of quite a bunch of the exact same plant. Each of these plants grows little purplish blueberries. The forest, especially around this bungalow, is also bustling with toads. Like very large baseball-sized toads.
Like some bullfrog toads. Okay.
As for the trees themselves, you don't have knowledge nature of the class skill?
Yeah, I'm
They're just
noticing that.
trees.
Did you put a rank in it?
No, because I just went through them.
So you have no knowledge of the Fae.
Huh. Interesting.
Because that's knowledge nature.
I don't know
To be
anything. I just work
fair,
here.
You just spent all that time collecting pies.
I mean, I'm just out here. I was born. I'm Fae. I'm in the Fae.
You were searching the bungalow. The bungalow appears like it was inhabited at one point and then quickly abandoned. There is a little bit of dried blood inside of the bungalow, a handful of leftover pieces of supplies, some rotting food, of course. Almost looks as though there was a meal prepared and set out on a table, and it has rotted away into moldy, disgusting bits over the past while. Pretty much appears to be like ceramic and metal plates covered in biomass that has effectively almost completely turned back to dirt by this point. Around the bungalow, you do see a crest that is displayed in several points in the home, on a tapestry, on a set of armor, on a shield, as well as on a book.
What does it look like? As a correction, I will have knowledge nature. I'll take it as a background thing.
Okay. The family crest appears to be a collection of leaves gilded in gold.
Clearly, a good omen. It doesn't seem like anyone's home, or they probably would have not had their dinner rot. Terrible shame. Would have been nice if they still had dinner here. Kind of inconsiderate. Left nothing for guests, invited or otherwise. Let's see. Maybe they left something to make up for their not being here.
You just need purify food and drink.
I'll just let myself in through the front door.
Okay. You leave yourself in through the front door. A lot of the contents, actually, of this bungalow are pretty finely crafted.
Appraise, I've got at +7. Counter 24.
Several of
Would be good.
the items, particularly the shield and set of armor that are donned in said crest, are made of mithril.
Yeah, it must be pretty common on the
It
material
kinda
plane
fits,
if they
doesn't
could just
it?
have it laying around.
One thing I forgot to mention, I do hero points differently. Traditionally like to do hero points in a way that I actually wrote in for my data dismember system. Take one down and pass it around. What I've handed you is a hero point for this campaign. A hero point is a d6 that can be added to any roll. Bear in mind, that does not strictly have to be a d20 roll. Exception is they cannot be used for hit point rolls, obviously, in the event that we level up.
And you said for the campaign or for the night?
For the night.
Okay.
So we only get one per session.
Until you earn another one.
Until you earn another one. I will still be awarding hero points as the group picks who gets hero points for next session. In addition, I award hero points for people doing good. Role-playing their character super well, doing something that was very cool in game, etc. Any kind of out-of-the-box thinking. If you can make me say wow, then you likely get a hero point. They go away at the end of the session whether they got used or not.
What if we got one like near the end of the session?
If you got one near the end of the session, then I will tell you whether or not it's allowed to carry over.
Okay.
What is the max amount of hero points you can get during a session?
Theoretically unlimited if every sentence out of your mouth was something mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it depends, and I'm going to be gauging it on a... You know, I'm kind of the person that keeps this in balance. So you're not going to end up with 10d6 worth of hero points on one character.
Dang it.
But we can try.
Goals.
Goals.
Alternative to the use of 1d6, you can turn in a hero point to me after seeing the result of an action that you chose to take and do something else. To give an excellent example of this, I once had a campaign. It was a modern setting game. I had two characters driving in a car. One of them explicitly said that they were not going to be wearing their seatbelt. The other player rolled a nat 1 on a driving check, confirmed by another nat 1.
Oh no!
As they plowed into a semi-truck, the player who did not put on their seatbelt flew through the window, taking enough hit point damage to kill them twice over. So, he put his seatbelt back on. Their car still got totaled though, but he didn't die. The only stipulation is that you cannot repeat that same action, otherwise you will suffer the exact same result. So, I have explained the hero points, but anyways, so throughout this house, you find just various things. A handful of shiny objects, quite a lot of silver. Searching around, you also find a tapestry that again displays the family crest, and you find one of the rooms has a bassinet.
Anything in it?
No, however, a name is displayed on the bassinet. The name reads Althea.
Neat name. Neat crest. You said there's a chess piece with the crest on it?
There is a chess piece and a shield with the crest on it, both of which are mithril. Your appraised knowledge would give you, at the very least, the idea that this is worth a good amount of money.
Look at all these unattended valuables.
The thing is a lot of the stuff that's here is scattered, pushed over, but it also looks like there hasn't been a lot of foot traffic through here in quite a while.
Perception to try and put together what might have happened. There's not an investigation.
There's not an investigation. I usually use a sense motive as an investigation.
Okay. 23. That's pretty good.
Okay. Can I get a perception roll from you actually as well? Just to see what all you might see and what you can put together.
17.
You do actually see, there's a handful of like really big slash marks in some of the walls. I did before mention that there were what appeared to be some like dried blood spatters. One of those spatterings was on a tapestry. You don't see any bodies, but it is very likely to assume that whatever happened here probably was a home invasion. assuming that there hasn't been any foul play in the area since the event. You don't know how long ago all of this was, but the fact that there are still valuables here gives you an idea that it probably doesn't have a ton of foot traffic through here, and if there was, whoever may have came through here might not have actually had any kind of idea as to what was actually valuable here or not. As well, if it was a home invasion, it was more than likely a assassination or kidnap attempt as opposed to robbery. I need some kind of memory check. Intelligence or wisdom. I will accept one or the other.
20. I got a good memory today. 23. On a nat 20.
Okay, you have actually seen this crest before. At one point in the Feywilds, you've heard a handful of mentions about members of the Fey looking for someone noted as Salantien, Salainntene, which is Sylvan for salts of fire. You're pretty sure that the family crest was used in conjunction with the name a handful of times through your journey through the Feywilds. From what you remember, it was more or less a bounty that had been placed by Lilith herself.
Maybe this is good luck. If I find Salantine, if I find the salt fire, Lilith wants the salt fire. Lilith outranks Ice. I make Lilith happy. Lilith tells Ice to give my friend back. Maybe I won't be stuck here too long after all. If I can just see where the salt fire went, I could be back with Lizzie in a week. With that thought in mind, at least one of these things should work as a focus for scrying. And start stuffing stuff in the bag.
Okay, what all are you going to stuff in the bag? Does it count as a bag of holding one?
Yeah.
Bag of holding one can hold up to 250 pounds, and it can hold 30 cubic feet. So you can shove a handful of things in there and be perfectly fine.
The shield with the crest seems like a good candidate. I bet I need money on the material plane. Whenever adventurers show up in the Feywild, they always have money, or they're always looking for money. Money seems to be a pretty big deal over here. Silver is money. Silver plates. It's like a big coin. Alright, I'm gonna put all the big coins in the bag. But I can use this to pay for stuff.
Alright, make sure to go ahead then and add to your character sheet 8 silver plates.
Alright. What else was there beside the armor and the tapestries with the crest on it?
There was a book that had the crest on it.
Oh, we'll grab the book.
Okay.
And then I will search all of their cabinets for food.
Everything is beyond spoiled.
This is horrible.
However, you don't see any bugs.
That's weird. There's always bugs. Or at least, like, pixies. They probably don't have that many pixies here. But there should be bugs. Why are there so many toads outside? I'm gonna go out and look at a toad.
Okay.
Get up close. Examine the toad.
Okay. You walk outside and begin examining a toad. It is orange and green in color.
Hello. Hey. There's a lot of you. Pull out the book and show it to the frog. Do you know this crest?
You pull out the book and show it to the frog. There's the toad. The toad does not, react to you whatsoever. Amira, you have fallen through a portal in the far forest.
Okay. Does my horse come with me? She falls in too?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll say that your horse falls in as well. The horse, I would imagine, fell in first. Lift. Can I get a perception from you?
Hello? The book? I was 20 perception.
20 perception?
The book? Do you know this? Are you ignoring me?
Croak.
You suddenly hear a very loud crackle coming from behind you, and you see a bright flash of multicolored light.
It's an ambush. Flee.
Okay.
And this is how it took us another hour to get the party together.
Oh, run around the corner and stealth check and cautiously peek back to see what's all the light show.
Okay, cool.
The only thing worse than being startled is not knowing what it is.
Can I get a ride check from you?
Stealth of 30.
23.
Out from the portal, for the record, the portal it's a flat circle that's kind of, you almost have to go out of it at an incline to get out. So you see a pair of hooves desperately trying to grab at the dirt until they gain traction.
Oh god, it's some kind of horse monster, an eldritch hoof thing, and tentacles are all bone and knees and hoofed. Oh no, it's just a horse.
It takes them a second, and they manage to grab themselves up and
Any kind of hoof that can grab is a bad sign.
Yeah.
pull out of the
Extremely.
They gain traction. They pull this horse out of the portal, and just on top of the horse appears to be a humanoid hugging the horse for dear life, I would imagine.
Oh, yes.
Yay. Okay, just making sure.
Yay.
Amira, you are in the middle of a whole completely different forest. There appears to be a bungalow in the nearby vicinity. There's a lot of frogs, a lot of trees, and a whole lot of you don't know where the heck you are.
I imagine I'm going to be very confused. I don't know where I'm at. What is this place? I see the bungalow. I'm going to start walking up to the bungalow. Is the door shut?
No, we open
Door's
now.
wide open.
It's an open door. Okay.
As well, surrounding the bungalow in a perfect circle appears to be berry bushes, and they have, I say, a perfect circle. They are completely overgrown, almost to the point where they're latching onto the bungalow, spreading out all over the ground, and all of these are producing bluish purple berries.
I'm going to see if I recognize the berries.
Go ahead and roll me a knowledge nature.
I'm gonna fix
I don't
my...
have it.
Did nobody take knowledge nature?
I have knowledge nature.
You just introduced me too late.
I've got it now. I just digged up in creation.
The fairy didn't take it. The not necessarily a witch, but kind of a witch didn't take it.
The not necessarily a witch, but kind of a witch over here did.
Okay. Okay.
The pretending to be Fae over here did.
At least you guys are on top. You have no clue what these berries might be.
But that means it's not a common berry.
Yep.
I will, having
I'm
corrected my
scared.
character sheet, watching her watch the berries, I'll cast in a check of 10, because I rolled a 3.
Yeah, you have no clue.
Just mystery berries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm really scared, but I kind of want to pluck some and just hold on to them to see if I can identify them later. Or have someone else identify them for me.
Okay.
But I'm scared that they might explode or something.
We all die in the first 30 minutes of
I
the
know.
first section from poison berries. We're like, oh man.
I'm just gonna go up to him and grab a handful and put them in my bag.
I'm sorry, they are not purple and blue. No, they are yellow berries with blue dots.
That
that's
sounds
normal.
poisonous. I'm sure
That
that's...
sounds apostomatic.
I thought they were blueberries.
Nope. My bad. I completely misremembered the color of the berries.
Can I take that back?
Okay.
Now they look sickly.
no berry with dots on it is good.
Mm-hmm.
Strawberries are great.
They actually have a really sweet aroma. like they smell really good.
Don't be suspicious.
Not necessarily delicious.
Don't munch on a
Why
hunch.
would a bungalow have a bunch of growing berries?
That's what you do with your house in the woods.
Oh my god, I'm scared! I'm still gonna take a handful. God damn it.
Okay, sounds good.
Do I die off the bat?
No.
Okay, good.
You pick up the berries and you put them in your bag.
How many do I have?
How many would you like to pick? There's a lot of them.
What? Are they in like vines or is it just like a bush that...
It is a really unkempt bush.
Okay. Is there like a way that I can just snip off a twig of it and have it like have like a
berry branch.
without
Sure.
actually touching the berries? I can just have like a bunch of them. Let's say 40
Absolutely.
of them on a branch.
How are you going to, like, do you have a knife or anything to cut it with?
Can I use my claws?
Yes.
I'm gonna use my
That'll allow you to
claws.
claw. Yeah. The other option is you could just break the branch. but you
Or
might-
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that instead, actually. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna have a branch of berries.
Cool.
After that, I'm gonna kind of go around the bungalow with my horse, whose name
Okay.
is Rain.
Okay.
She's gonna wait outside, and I'm gonna go kind of like looking around the
That's 2
bungalow
mounts
to
named
see if
Rain.
anybody's in there, and I'm gonna ask, is anybody in here? Hello?
Okay.
I don't know where I'm at. I need help.
Observing that, weird they just came through a portal, but do they look fey?
Could we get a description of your character, Amira?
Amira has long brown with white streaks in her hair. She has one amber eye and one blue eye. She's about 5'2", 130 pounds.
She looks humanoid, with the exception of very pointy fingernails.
Yeah.
Anything overtly fey?
The different colored eyes, slightly maybe,
Kind of fey.
but
Also, the multicolor hair is
Yeah.
a fey trait, but
it can be.
yeah,
But the fact that it's white and brown, they're both natural colors as well.
they are natural colors. But if she is fey with that color palette, she's likely on Sealy Court.
Time to not look like a fey. I will a quick change around the corner as a full round action. Disguising my wings, tuck them in as that leaf cloak appearance, and do like some quick. I've got the sleeves of many garments.
Mm-hmm.
To do some quick clothing changes. We're gonna gnome up, put on the hat wider than I am tall. It's my prized possession.
Time to not look like
Mushroom
a fey.
hat.
Gonna transform into a gnome.
Everyone
Do I
knows
see
they're not
any
like
of this?
real
Gnomes are like-
fey.
Roll a perception check.
Versus my stealth of 30.
Oh, I'm not gonna get that.
Okay.
I
got a 12.
Okay.
All right. And after dressed, hello?
Who's there?
And an ambulatory bush with an oversized mushroom on it shuffles around the corner towards you.
I'm gonna back up a bit. Who are you?
You're not supposed to answer that question so easy, you know. But I do have a name.
What's your name? Do you live here? I don't know where I'm at. I just dropped through some type of portal that just showed up out of nowhere. I have no idea where I'm at.
Do you know what plane you're on?
No, I don't know where I'm at all.
Are you material?
You know that you're on the material plane.
Okay.
So Faerun, everything in Faerun, which is where you're from, the Far Forest is in Faerun.
Okay.
That is all part of the material plane.
Okay.
There are other planes of existence. You have knowledge planes. I'm not even going to require really a roll to know that you are on the... Because how many ranks do you have in knowledge planes?
I put 5.
You were on the material plane. I mean, that's like a DC 3. Really? It kind of is.
Well, the plane, it's like Minecrafty. Like the Feywild and all the others are like Nether style adjacent planes that you have to make a portal to get to.
So,
okay, I gotcha.
yeah, the material plane is the overworld. Any of the other planes is some other realm.
Okay, and then you asked, what was your question again?
Did you come from the material plane?
I am from the material plane.
Oh, well, you haven't come far then.
What is this place? Do you know what this place is?
Yeah, the material plane.
Well, like, where though? Like, I'm not anywhere from this
I
area.
don't know. Probably somewhere central. Can't be that big.
I need to find my way home.
That sounds like a sense motive to be like, why don't you know where we are?
Wait, yeah, can I roll sense motive?
You're welcome to.
Wait, do I even
It's a
have
weird
sense
thing to
motive?
say.
You can still roll it even if you don't have a rank in sense motive.
That's a 22. I got 20 on the die.
This little gnome is a little suspicious.
It's odd when someone doesn't know where they are,
Now,
who
you
didn't
are
just fall
welcome
through
to
a
still
portal.
roll a bluff
Mhm.
in order to conceal that if you would like.
Right now, no. I'm
Okay.
still very new. I've only been here for like an hour.
Okay, cool. So, generalized, yeah. They're not making a whole lot of sense.
Those are weird things to say. Weird stuff.
Have you seen anybody else around here?
Anyone more trustworthy?
Just the frogs. There's a lot of them. I think they're toads, actually.
I said more trustworthy.
They won't talk to me, though.
I can't speak with animals.
Yeah, neither can I. Not these animals, at least.
Okay. I'm gonna get going.
Where are you headed?
I don't know who you are. I don't know if I really trust you right now. So why would I tell you that? Why
I don't
would
know
you
where I am.
follow
How
me?
could I know where I'm going?
I don't know where I'm at.
Oh, you're right. We should do introductions. Sorry, I skipped that. Could I have your name?
Amira.
Thanks.
Poor choice. Pick a new name.
What's your name?
I've got a name. I've got one on me. Lift. Gwimbly. Lift Gwimbly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a completely normal thing to say.
Yeah, so,
Is this your house?
no. Like I said, I had just
Are you gonna
dropped
rob
in. I
it?
have no idea where I'm at. No?
You robbed a bush?
What?
It's okay, I already robbed it too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rob the house. I was just seeing if anybody was here so I could figure out where I'm at.
Do people
and,
like you?
I mean, I've been kind of hidden and I don't really meet much people.
Oh. I was hoping you'd say yes. I kinda need help.
What do you need help with?
I lost
Well,
one
see,
of my
I just
friends.
fell through a portal and
I have no idea where I'm at. How am I supposed to help you?
I don't know. You came through a portal. I came through a portal. I thought maybe you knew something about portals.
Like I said, I have no idea what just happened to me. I just came through a random portal
Huh.
that just showed up out of nowhere.
Well, there's a town that way.
How do you know that if you don't know where you're at?
Oh, I saw it.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hop on my horse and just start riding towards the town and leaving him behind.
Do you know what direction the town is?
He did point in the direction.
I pointed.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Okay. So he points you in the direction of town. Do you have a single rank in knowledge geography at all, or survival?
what for?
No.
Hey,
What
wait,
in
where
roll-
are you going?
You go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go to the. Oh no! I got a nat one all the time.
Lovely. Okay.
Left waits patiently as you disappear, and then reappear from the other side.
You go in a circle.
Wait, what? I thought you said the town was that way. Why am I back here?
Did you go that way?
Yes, I did.
It's not even a magical forest. It's not that hard.
But I did. I rode that
issue.
way. And I showed up back here. How am I back here? What are you doing something?
I don't think so.
Okay, Rain's gonna head off in that direction with me on her again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a new knowledge. Or go ahead and roll a new survival check.
Okay.
I can take you there. I was really hoping you'd roll a 1 again.
11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. So on an 11, you do manage to keep in a relatively straight line and begin riding away.
It's like this
from Lift.
2-foot tall mushroom man is like
Shuffle.
Yeah, but I've only got speed 20.
Yeah.
The horse has speed like 40.
40.
So
Well, actually, horse has speed 50.
they're like getting completely dusted by the horse.
You're running, and the horse is just like.
Striding.
Yeah, the horse is just like chilling. I'm like
Yeah.
double timing it, scrambling
Yeah.
over like loose and stuff.
Technically, the base speed of 50 is kind of at like a little bit of a hustle speed, relatively.
You're trying to make your pace.
He is child looking.
I'm sorry, I just don't know if I trust you enough to get you on my horse. I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay. So, both of you ride at this point west. Not that that means anything to either of you.
Because I have no idea where I'm at.
Figure after like a few minutes of running, scrambling through the woods, trying to keep up with the horse, like all tired, stopped, panting. The horse rides ahead. Oh, I hate walking. Fine. Foof, foof. Shake the wings back out. Take off into the canopy. Fly through the canopy ahead.
Okay.
Land somewhere ahead of you. And then wait for you to like be approaching again.
I am going to need a stealth check at that rate for you to fly stealthily. I'll take some distance and some height so that I can like see where. What was your name again?
Amira.
Amira. So I can see where Amira is. I'm just like falling behind, chasing. I'm just gonna like that.
Okay. I would like to point out that if you are attempting to move at full speed, it will incur a stealth penalty.
Oh, true. What is the stealth penalty?
It's like a -10.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a -5.
Oh, -5.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not as bad. That's gonna give me a total of 21 stealth.
Total of 21 stealth after penalty. I'm going to need a perception check from you, of course.
Amira's
11.
fast.
11.
Amira's horse is
Yeah.
fast. Wow, I've got 3 names now.
So do I see?
Not at all.
No.
You're too focused on just keeping ahead.
Trying to keep
The,
straight.
that gnome just stopped chasing after you after some point. Just
Thank
gave
God.
up.
That guy was creepy.
And then from
Love
some
and hides.
distance ahead of you, hey,
It's actually
Yeah.
you're
really
headed
fun.
the right way.
Are you like making pies?
You know how people
So
stop their
this
horses
one's
and
like
the horses
a
kind of like
extra.
back up a bit, and that's what Amira is doing.
I'm
Okay.
making pies.
No, you just started going the wrong way.
I'm out of
Whoa,
energy.
whoa,
but-
whoa. How'd you
Oh,
get up here
nice.
so fast?
Oh, and you like kind of like merge them together. Oh, okay.
Wait, do I see the wings out?
No, at landing, tuck him back into cloak mode.
Okay. How did what? How? What?
You went in a circle again, obviously.
I'm literally looking around to see if I see anything familiar.
It doesn't look too familiar to you here.
Okay.
Like it looks like you have traveled.
This guy's messing with my head. What? How did you catch up to me?
Woodwalk. I've got woodwalk. And you don't, and you got lost because your horse can't walk straight.
Sense motive?
That is
or-
a bluff check 19.
I don't know if I'm gonna beat that.
Sense motive.
Oh god, please roll good, please roll good. Oh wait, 17.
I mean, she does have reason not to believe this guy, meaning
does.
that she should have a +5 bonus.
She also does still have her hero point as well if she ever wanted to use it.
Sounds like a waste of a hero point when she's not inclined to believe him anyway.
I think I'll keep my hero point for something more important.
While his words are convincing, you still find yourself not quite wanting to believe him. There's just something about him that is off-putting to you, and therefore it's you want to believe him, you just can't.
Name
You also
stealing
really
failure
don't
like
want to
that.
believe him.
You want to believe him, but
Is there something that you want or need? Can I help you?
Are you an adventurer?
Yes.
Are you like a cool adventurer or like an evil adventurer?
I'm a cool adventurer.
Then yeah, I need your help.
With?
My friend got kidnapped.
I don't know who your friend is.
Well, yeah, but I could like take you there.
But why would I want to go somewhere where someone got kidnapped?
This isn't sounding very cool adventurer of you.
I don't know about that. I need to
It's
figure out where I'm at
this
first.
like a 2-foot tall woodland child, like hands on hips. That didn't sound very cool.
I need to figure out where I'm at first.
Well, you're not quite to the town.
Yeah, and I'm still heading in that direction.
Yeah. You're going the right way.
Great. I take off again.
All right.
Proceed in this fashion until we reach town. Can't seem to shake this little guy in his mushroom hat.
You eventually ride up into a little town. In the town, by the way, for sake of ease, Salem and Gray are, by this point, or at least relatively soon, will be also arriving in Logbrook. You see, actually, a decently bustling village. So it's not really a town. It is a village. I mean, there are probably at most 40 to 50 buildings within a like conglomerate close by area. A lot of it is farming territory. It appears that they do a little bit of fishing off of the river, but for the most part it's farming, ranching, etc. What strikes you as a little bit odd, you're from the far forest. You likely have encountered several elves at varying points. Elves kind of have this, they're very proper, generally speaking. This is an elven village, and this town does not really scream proper. This screams backwater hick town.
Hick elves. Hick elves.
Great.
As you ride into town, you see an elf gingerly skipping towards you. Well, how's it going? It appears you're new to town. Can I show you around?
Well, first, where are we?
You're in the humble little brook of Bogbrook.
Okay, and how far is that from the far forest?
I reckon it's pretty far from here. 9 hells, I don't know.
Man, how did I even get here? And why here?
You know how you got here. It was a portal.
Yeah.
As the gnome sneaks up on you.
Just like suddenly standing behind you again. You look behind you, there's nothing. You look
Yes,
down, there's the
I
mushroom
need
head.
some help figuring out how to get back home because there's this thing following me. It's creeping me out.
That's
Very well.
crazy. That's what I need too. I need to get back home.
Well,
I can have my friend.
I've actually got a little bit of a lead on that. There's a person who's entered town recently, and well, they seem to be pretty smart and stuff. I bet you they might have an idea as to where you may be from.
Okay. Yeah.
I can take you to them.
Okay.
Perfect.
Wow, thanks.
Me and Rain follow, hoping that the gnome thing doesn't follow.
Leads you to the only
Absolutely
person in town with a
invited
10
himself
intelligence.
Like the little legs gotta go. So it's like a
Like when
miracle.
you see cats crossing the street and it's like looking at their legs, they're like,
Yeah, it's like a miracle watching him move. Like the hat is like that wide and he's only that tall. Under there's the cloak of leaves is trailing behind him. It's a miracle he's not constantly tangled up in it.
He shoves his hand into his overalls and starts like scratching the inside of his chest, and he pulls it out and reaches his hand out for a handshake. Name's Skippy P. Jones.
I'm sorry, I don't shake much hands, but nice to meet you. I'm Amira.
I do. Holding his hand up, but he can't like reach up to like hand height on an elf.
Well, he reaches his hand further down for you to shake.
Just vigorous shaking.
Well, they have stopped in the tavern for the day, of course. Nice meal. I could take you to them.
Yes, please.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's get going then. As we pass through town, just to give you a couple of landmarks, of course. That's the general store. He walks you further down. That right there, that's the butcher shop. It's where we slaughter the animals. As well, we've got...
Does that happen to have like hanging sausage outside?
Oh yes, of course it does.
Shimmy that way a little bit.
And, further down this way, we've got, we got a pie store. Make some homemade pies.
Lift is paying rapt attention.
Just up the road, we got a farmhouse that sells pottery.
Pottery barn.
And a pottery barn, yeah. Right here, this is the Old Oak Inn. This is owned by my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpappy.
It's a lot of greats.
Well, us elves, we lived for quite a while.
Weird.
As he's leading you through town, he's saying hi to everyone pretty much by, their first name, but he knows absolutely everybody. The strange thing to the two of you is that all of these elves, while they don't look identical, it's like they all share a very strong family resemblance.
Are there comparably sized question one, are there comparably population-sized towns in the Feywild?
Yes.
Okay. What is the typical, racial makeup of said towns?
Mostly typically Fey.
But they tend to be, more or less varied than what we're seeing here.
Tend to be more varied.
Okay.
Far more varied.
Do I see any horses around other than mine?
There are other horses around, yes.
Okay.
In fact, there is a whole, stable and everything.
Okay.
Not just, eating random
I
horses?
don't have to be scared that they're gonna chop up my horse if I leave her outside.
No, you hope not anyway. He starts directing you, and of course, leading you to my double step brother's home, or not home, but business. We've got the Little Leaf Inn.
Oh, that's a cute name.
It came off the Great Oak.
Oh, that is cute. I like that. That's a good name. You should keep that one.
Of course, let's just go ahead and get you on inside. And I'm sure
sitting position.
that Zibble Briffer Bottomic McTootin will more than
Wow, he's got lots of names.
they'll be more than happy to help you out, I'm sure. Of course, I don't know them, but they seem decent folk. Zeldane, you are currently in the Little Leaf Inn.
About what time of day is it?
It's about midday.
Okay.
You might be stopping in for a meal or something along those lines.
Given anything better to do, probably Zeldane would have found himself a table and someone to play cards with. Kind of chatting a little bit, trying to just kind of get local gossip and information.
Among people to play cards with, there is what you might assume to be a set of triplets
Okay.
at one of the tables, all playing cards together.
I will join them. I will ask, hey, would you fellas mind some company?
Well, we'd be happy to oblige.
I will sit down then, and what game are you playing?
Well, of course, we are playing Paradox Billiards, Roulette, Fourth Dimension, Hypercube, Chess Strip Poker.
With time travel?
Excuse me, did you say strip in there?
Well, of course we did.
What else do you play with your cousins?
Zelene looks around at the inn again and tries to make like in his head like, wait, how many of the people in this inn that I'm currently in right now look like they're related to each other?
Everybody. Not just almost. Everyone shares some kind of family resemblance.
I'm gonna have to pass on the stripping part, but if you're up for the other parts, I have no idea what that game is, but I've got nothing better to do.
Very well. They pull out a series of cards. These are not your typical, like, playing cards, per se. No, they actually have, like, little monsters drawn on each of them. And each of these monsters has, like, different star ratings and point values.
Okay, is this D&D Yu-Gi-Oh?
More or less.
Okay. I'm gonna take the cards they give me and look at them and try to... What kind of skill would it be to try to make sense of this?
Go ahead and give me a intelligence check. All
All
of
right.
these cards appear like they are all hand-drawn.
That is a 13, and I have a +5, so 18.
You have 3 cards in your current hand, so that they tell you to draw 7 cards, and they give you a deck, and they are all battling monsters together. They give you the gist of the rules. You have a bunch of cards in your hand, and they are all cats. You have 3 cards in your hand called Wind Up Kitten.
I'm going to make my best effort to play this game, if appropriate. If this looks like the kind of game where they're also just kind of pulling bullshit out, I will also start pulling out bullshit of like, what I thought the Wind Up Kitten, when combined with this particular rule set under this circumstances, I thought that the rules said this.
And a lot of them will try to rules lawyer you.
Yeah, I would like to come up with other rules to rules lawyer them with that may or may not be true. I can roll a bluff.
Cool. Well, I'm actually going to need first a sense motive from you, and then a bluff.
Okay.
So there's a
Since
general
motive-
store around.
There is a general store, yeah.
Okay.
Are you,
Amir.
are you asking Skippy that, or
Yeah.
are you asking? Well, of course there's a general store. It's where we get all of our general goods and supplies.
20 for sense motive. And the other one, you said bluff?
Go ahead and roll a bluff.
Yeah.
Are there apples there?
Yeah, we got apples.
That's a 14 bluff.
Okay.
What's the direction of the general store again?
Right here.
Okay, I'm gonna walk to the
Oh,
general
that was
store.
easy.
Is there somewhere where I can hook my horse up to?
Got like a hitching post
They
outside.
do have a hitching post just outside. There's a like a hitching post outside of almost all of the buildings that you're seeing around. Actually.
Okay, I'm gonna hook her up to one of the posts, and then I'm gonna go buy a bag of apples.
Okay. For a whole bag of apples, we'll go ahead and call it 1 piece of silver. And a bag of apples, we'll say there's about 20 apples in it.
I'll just buy 20 for now.
Okay. You dominate this game.
Hell yeah.
You know that the entire time they are selling you bullcrap on how their rules work.
Let me guess. I'm just making a guess here that this game is equivalent to when there's cards, but it's really just that game when you've got all your friends on the playground, you're running around, and you're like, well, I have a super strong sword, and they say, well, I have a gun, and gun beats sword, and you're like, well, I teleport behind you, actually.
Pretty much.
Okay, yeah. Zelene is going to just keep yes-anding these guys into oblivion to win the game.
Okay. Cool. You make it to the end of the game. You completely rules lawyer them. and they are all baffled out of left field. By the end of it, the triplets are pretty much stripped down to their underwear and socks. You don't remember actually putting any money in, but of course with your bluff skills and everything, they're pretty convinced that you did put some stuff into the pool, and you win the whole lot of the poker part of the game. One of two options. I will let you pick.
Oh.
An item or a title.
An item, definitely.
Okay.
Celine doesn't want any titles.
Well, they will still refer to you as the Yamai, but you don't get any particular benefit from that title, is what we'll say. But that is what they refer to you as.
Okay. You really don't need to, but I appreciate it.
Can I get a percentile roll?
Yes. That is a 38.
38.
If you don't want it, can I have it? I've never had a title before.
Sure. You can have the thing that draws a lot of attention to you and says something about your skills at this stripping game.
Can I get one more percentile?
Yes. That's a 77.
Also, I have read more on the Gasoline page. Yeah, the Gasoline canonically don't have a moral sense of gender.
Well, there you go.
The reason Angio uses male pronouns is because someone foolishly answered yes when he asked if he could have them. Wow, my very own pronouns. Thanks, Mr. Well, I guess not anymore. Bye, Vaster.
Vaster?
So, among the contents of the hall is 23 gold, 43 silver,
Nice.
and 108 copper pieces, and a potion.
What's in the vial?
Yeah, I'm going to pick up the potion. And would that be Arcana?
It would actually be perception to identify.
Well, I rolled a 1 and I have a +1.
So, potions can be identified as if they were magic items, as well as with perception checks. So, do you have Detect Magic and Spellcraft?
I do, actually.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a Spellcraft.
Oh, nat 20.
Cool.
I also have a +13, so
Sweet.
33.
Okay. Sweet. This is a potion of Fox's Cunning. It's a +4 bonus to intelligence for a number of minutes equal to caster level. You assume minimum caster level for a potion, though, and you also assume that it's made by a wizard. So 3 minutes.
Sweet. Oh, thank you so much for letting me play with you guys. It's been a wonderful game. I say making direct eye contact and not looking at all of that.
The Yamais won the game.
I was wondering, actually, if it might possibly be that you guys have some knowledge around the local area. You see, I'm looking for areas of particular Fey influence. Would there happen to be any of those around here?
The three of them shrug. What does that mean?
Fey, like the fairies and pixies, and I'm trying to think of other common Fey creatures.
Fairies, pixies, redcaps, hags.
Redcaps, hags.
Oh, you mean like them shapeshifters?
Yeah, that
Or
kind of
the
stuff.
little fellas that spank their bums at the moon.
Yeah, probably those as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just thinking the whole time, like, the material plane is so weird. Actually, I don't know. He's been in the material realm for a few months. He probably realizes, at least at this point, that this place in particular is insane.
As you finish up with your game, we will jump back to Amira and Lift.
Well, I'm going to feed my horse some apples.
Okay.
I'll probably give her 2.
2 apples? Mm-hmm. Okay. The horse graciously takes them and neighs in delight.
Okay.
Ooh, can I have one?
No.
Aw.
I don't know you still. And I don't don't know if I fully trust you yet. Do I see the tavern that he pointed out?
You do. It's just across the road from the general store.
Okay, I'm gonna start walking to the tavern to see if I can find the person who can actually help me.
Okay.
What's your perception bonus, by the way?
Not very high.
Are you asking that to gauge whether you're wanting to steal an apple?
Yeah.
Because technically that's
7.
cheating, Jared.
I suppose so. I suppose I should just roll and find out, huh?
Yeah.
9 plus sleight of hand would be 21.
I got 14.
By the time you reach the tavern, Lift is munching on an apple.
I'm not even gonna think anything of it because I didn't feel it coming out of my bag.
Okay.
I'm gonna think that he got it from somewhere else.
It is a little strange that he just asked you for an apple and suddenly has one. You walk into a tavern and there are 4 elves around a table playing a card game. 3 of them look pretty much identical to each other, and they look like they share a family resemblance to Skippy.
They're also all half nude.
Yeah.
They are also in their underwear and socks. Meanwhile, there's one more elf that appears to be sweeping the table, and you watch as they pick up a handful of, well, the prize of whatever game it is that they're playing. Rachel, can I get a description of Zeldane?
He is a tall and lanky adult elf. Got kind of scruffy looking in general. Lots of bits and baubles hanging off of him. He's got long, kind of scruffy brown hair, kind of dusty colored. Black eyes, absolutely no color in his, it's iris, but like no color in his iris. It's just a flat black. He's got these really obnoxiously ornamented butterfly sword on his back. And yeah, clearly not related to any of these elves.
And definitely not half nude.
Also, yes, fully clothed, 100% even. He is like fully dressed in such a way that his hands are out, but otherwise is quite fully clothed. Got lots of...
You got gloves?
He does not have gloves.
I like how we got a casual jazz hands.
Casual jazz hands here.
Jazz hands means something very offensive in D&D, I will have you know.
It does?
Oh yeah.
Scared to know now.
In universe?
Not in universe. I had a character that would flip people off with jazz hands. You watch as 2 more individuals walk into the tavern. Notable thing about them is they don't look like everybody else in town.
I'd probably hone in on the very fey-looking one with that giant mushroom hat. I will smile and give a nod to the 2 new entries to the tavern.
Lift will skip that way. He's still, in skip mode after following Skippy around town. This is skip over, look out from under the hat. Hi!
Hi, strange child. Can I help you?
Maybe. Are you an adventurer?
Yes.
Like a cool adventurer or like an evil adventurer? Pointing at the face-palming elf back at the door. She said she was cool, but she tried to leave me behind in the forest.
Is that with you?
No. It follows you.
Concerning.
Very.
Yeah, that's pretty normal, actually. We end up losing several cousins a couple times a year due to they walked in the forest and something was following them around.
Wow.
You made it out lucky, let me tell you.
The forest sounds dangerous.
I am an adventurer and I am looking for work.
Can you save people?
That depends a lot on what circumstances they've gotten themselves into, but I'm always willing to try.
That's a good answer.
My friend needs to be saved. She won't do it.
Your friend needs to be saved from what? Or who? Where?
stops it, like, makes the expression of, wait, how much should I say? He goes, I don't know, I didn't get this far last time.
How about trying to figure out what to do with this lost child that has approached me?
Let's find a town guard for you, sweetheart.
You had, like, swords and stuff, you look like you can fight.
I can fight, but if I don't know where, who,
Can you teleport?
what... No. I am not the teleporting kind. I have teleported before, but
Do you
I
know
do
how
not...
to get to the Feywild?
Zeldane's face darkens for a moment. And I kind of... Getting to another plane is quite difficult, actually.
She did it.
I'm
Really?
from this plane.
She portal.
You fell into a
fell
portal?
through some portal. I don't know where it came from. It just appeared out of nowhere. My horse fell in first,
Okay.
and I just fell in right after it. And then I appeared to be at some type
We're getting
of
there.
log cabin thingy mabobber or whatever. And I had no idea where I was. And then this child thing came up to me.
Well, you're in Bogsbrook. If it helps any for your placement, if you are from Faerun, then you might know that we're in... Actually, I have no knowledge local. I don't know. I've been here for a few...
Knowledge geography?
No. I mean, I do have a good int, but I don't have it in class.
I've got knowledge geography.
I mean, but I know just from I've been here for a few months, I know the name of the continent.
You
I'm not like in Bogsville, but I've been like
you
wandering
know the name of the
around.
continent.
That's a common.
Okay, yeah.
It's common enough knowledge.
Yeah, that's what I figure. Okay, we're in Sembia. It's near the Dalelands.
Actually, not in Sembia.
Oh, wait.
This is Cormier.
We're in Cormier?
Yep.
Oh, it's right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. We're in Cormier.
Actually, it's right underneath the N and the M.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're in Cormier.
Well, I don't leave my area much, so I still have no idea where that is.
Where are you from?
I'm from the far forest.
That would be a knowledge, geography, or local, and I don't have either of them in class.
I don't either.
Well, as it so happens, I've only been on the material plane for a few months myself.
Wow, so we're like all lost far from home.
I'm not lost, but yes, one could say something
not
like
lost?
that. I came here on purpose.
To Bogbrook?
Not to Bogbrook, but to the material
Nobody
plane.
comes to Bogbrook.
Where are you going?
I'm keeping myself busy.
How busy?
Busy enough.
It is about this point, by the way, that Salem and Gray would end up riding into town. Alright. We're in Bogbrook now. Perhaps we should stop in for a meal, maybe?
I've never sat on a horse for so long in my life, and my ass hurts. Actually, I can't feel it, but it simultaneously hurts.
We're most of the way there. It won't be too much longer. Maybe about another day's worth of travel.
Okay. As long as I don't have to eat another scorpion, I think I'll be okay.
You say, just as Gray pops the last of your guys' scorpion meat into his mouth. I don't know what you're talking about. Frankly, the scorpion was quite delicious. I'm just telling you, it's not the worst thing I've eaten.
I believe you. It's not the worst thing I've eaten either, but it's definitely top 3.
Everyone's got to eat on the road, and it's eat or be eaten out there. We have reached a town. Something civilized, something a little bit more akin to your tastes.
Have you noticed everyone walking around here looks identical?
I
Or
just
close
assumed
to
you
it.
were reading.
So when you say civilized, that's a stretch of the terminology, isn't it?
No.
Or are you implying that's what I'm accustomed to?
Well, your father did keep you locked up in a cage, and
That was my sister, actually. My fiance kept me locked in a cage.
As you do when you're normal.
Well, regardless, more civilized than he gestures behind you guys out there, I suppose.
Can we sit somewhere that's not on top of an animal?
I have told you to get off your horse and let's go inside.
She gets off the horse.
Mm-hmm. You are in pain.
Mm-hmm.
You were not a horse rider to begin with. This is an everyday thing for Gray.
Mm-hmm.
He's numbed out and calloused all the way down his legs already.
Mm-hmm.
You, this was not a fun experience. He gets off of his horse and walks into the inn. Leaves you behind.
Follow.
And after you follow a little bit behind him, he opens the door. Hey, come on.
I go in.
2 humans walk into the bar.
Zoldan will note them as they come in, kind of give a smile.
Do you think Cure Light would fix my inner thighs?
Gray almost appears like he's in a little bit of a trance for a second, and then he comes back and looks at you. Well, to be honest, probably not. I mean, it fixed the pain, fixed the damage, but you're probably better off with other options. Alchemical reagents outside of just straight potions might be able to do the job. Harden you up for longer rides as well. I recommend aloe vera, smooths up and increases the...
I know what aloe vera does.
Very well. But you can also take some yucca extract and mix it together with the aloe vera and create a fine paste. That fine paste can then be...
Preaching to the choir.
I understand, but you are in a mood.
It's your fault, you know.
Yes, of course. It is my fault for letting you come with me.
Yep.
My fault for rescuing you as you were about to be burned at the stake.
I've already repaid that debt.
Very well, but you are still trying to direct it as my fault.
It is your fault.
You really are just a ray of sunshine.
Always.
The 2 of them, as they walk in, are bickering amongst themselves a little. Back and forth.
Do you think they're adventurers?
Possibly. How about you go and ask them?
Yeah, I should. Scuttle, scuttle, scuttle.
Zoldan will watch this.
The 2 foot of shrubbery and a mushroom scuttles up to you. The hat tilts way back until you can see the gnomish face under it.
Knowledge nature.
Go ahead and roll a knowledge nature.
That's only an 18.
It appears to be a gnome.
Why are you dressed like that?
Well, I don't have any hick overalls.
Look around the bar.
There's only one person in hick overalls right now.
Everyone else is half nude.
Everyone else is half naked.
Yes, but why are you dressed like salad topping?
They said it would be really stylish at the store, but everyone just kind of gives me weird looks, and...
Did they tell you stylish or delicious?
Pretty sure stylish. Like 80% sure stylish. Maybe it was stylish. It's probably stylish.
Can we help you?
I don't know. Are you an adventurer?
Yes.
Not a sword.
You cool adventurers or like adventurers? Because she didn't want to help me, and neither did he.
One of us
I
is
tried
cool.
very much to help you. You couldn't tell me
He asked
what you
too many
wanted me to.
questions.
One of us is cool. The other one's. I'll let you guess which is which.
Looking back and forth like, huh... Sense motive. Who asks strange children fewer questions? 24.
Gray is the more grumpy of the 2.
Okay. My friend was taken. Can you help?
What was he taken by?
It was in the Feywild.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I need it. Do you have it?
No, I've lost that battle many a time.
Can you teleport?
No. I wish.
Can you teleport?
I have teleported, but I haven't teleported myself.
Actually, that is true.
He knows a guy.
I do know a guy.
Can your guy teleport?
In a particular way, yes.
Can he teleport to the Feywild?
Theoretically.
Can he teleport someone out of the Feywild?
If he went to the Feywilds.
Could he go to the Feywilds?
He is a talking tree.
Yeah. Most people think he's Fey.
Huh. Most talking trees are Fey.
Capri aren't.
Huh. What's a Capri?
Well, traditionally, Capri is a creature that you may assume to be a member of the Fae. They have a knack for stealing things, children, mainly.
Sounds like the Fae.
They also try to get you to smoke.
Much like how most Fae have a strong, attachment to sugar, they have the same type of attachment to tobacco.
Sounds stinky. Can you two fight Fey?
In theory.
Anyone can with enough cold iron.
Can you fight Fey?
That is correct.
Yes.
Do you fight Fey?
Yeah,
I need some Fey fought to save my friend.
Okay, child, but if you'd like me to do that, I'm going to need to know who took them.
Oh, he's not a child. He's a gnome.
To be
He
fair,
double checks.
gnomes are like children up until their 30s. Because they're funky like that.
What would it be to
He looks
guesstimate the age from what kind of check would
never
it be to
encountered a
guesstimate
gnome.
the age of a Fae? Not a Fae, a gnome.
Again, that's going to be a knowledge nature check.
Luckily, I'm great at those. That is a 31.
Okay. Yeah, if he is a gnome, he's pretty young for a gnome.
Approximately how old were you in gnome years?
In gnome years, I don't know, I was looking like...
What equivalent in human years? That's fine too, if you don't want to do the gnome math.
How
I
old
did,
are you as a gnome?
lost child stuff, so, it's gotta be below, the competent teen years, but above the, you can't do anything with them years.
Like
So,
13?
Yeah, I don't know, so, somewhere 13 to 15?
Okay.
Kinda bracket.
Really young.
On the verge of adulthood as a human.
Yeah.
So likely you're probably around 24, 25, roughly.
Yeah. Of course, in reality, it's a whole different scale, and they're just different in the head because they're plant people from the Feywild.
Yeah.
But as far as gnomes go, he's trying to pretend to be a gnome 13, 15 human equivalent.
If you want somebody to help you on an adventure, you generally need to tell them who you're looking for, because wild goose chases aren't fun for anyone.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
I can assure you it's not.
Let me go back to my own notes so that I can check all the names and
Chasing
stuff.
a wild goose? Sounds like it'd be tastier than a scorpion.
Yeah, like he said, the Fae, they take people. They took my friend Lizzie. The what? No, not that one. The Dark Hunt.
Would that be a Fae? That would be for this Fae stuff. Is all the Fae stuff nature?
Yeah, this is probably going to be knowledge nature.
Cool. Oh, sweet. 33 because I got a nat crit.
Cool.
26.
This
This is my good skill.
Nice.
knowing about the Dark Hunt is actually pretty high DC. You barely pass it.
Ooh.
Referring to Ace.
Oh.
You're Salem. You do know about the Dark Hunt. You don't know a ton about the Dark Hunt. You've heard of the Dark Hunt, And
Do I at least recognize it's a Feywilds thing?
you recognize that it's a Feywilds thing. You're pretty sure that it's a hunting party of the Unseelie Court.
That sounds like bad juju.
You messed with the Unseelie.
Yeah, they attacked us in the woods and took Lizette.
That does sound like the kind of thing they would do. Not very good news for your friend, though.
Rachel, something, or a handful of things you would know, is that the Dark Hunt is, as before mentioned, a hunting party. They are one of the biggest and most prominent hunting parties of the Feywilds. Their leader, Ice, as far as you know, directly answers to Lilith. Lilith you would know to be essentially the current queen of the Unseelie Court.
Okay. Alright, with what I now know about the Dark Hunt, Zaline will look at you. So were you both being chased, or just him?
They only snatched Lizette.
If they have any reason to hunt you, you probably should be happier in the material plane.
Why?
Your friend's dead, mate. More than likely.
Look at shot appalled. Don't say that!
Have you dealt with the Unseelie
No.
before?
Should I?
It's a blessing if you haven't, but they're not particularly nice people.
Hunt implies that they're going to not do very pleasant things to your friend.
That's why I need adventurers to go save her.
How long ago was it?
So
Are we talking minutes, hours, days?
if it's noon now, just go, I don't know, like this morning?
Well, that's more of a chance if you could get back to the Feywilds and
Can you?
deal with...
Not
Not
quick enough
easily.
for that. I don't think.
There are portals, but... I mean, I came out of one. It took me forever to find one. It's not... They're not just laying around. Okay, they are laying
I was gonna
around.
say,
But doesn't
what
mean
is
they're
with
like
the
marked on a
portals
map or
around
anything.
here?
Well, and they don't consistently go to the same places.
That's true as
She fell
well.
out of a portal.
Not all portals go to the same place or keep going to the same place, or... It's pretty typical for Feywild stuff. Fey magic in general, kind of chaotic.
I think you're wrong. They want to kill Lizette.
Good luck with that. Pats you on the mushroom head.
I'm sorry, friend. Normally I'd be willing to help you, but I'm on a time crunch right now.
I'm willing to go on a lot of adventures, but I'm not going back to the Feywild. You could not pay me enough.
Would it be bluff or diplomacy to start crying and guilt trip all of you?
That is going to be a bluff.
That's 7 plus 11 and my hero point.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I rolled a 1 set. Well, that's going to come out to 19.
22.
19 bluff to start crying and guilt trip all of you.
You know, you're making noises like you're crying, but I don't see any tears. And you're also not sniffling.
I mean, I could leave a few tears on him if he'd prefer. Might make the trip a little bit more believable, and maybe the rest of you will actually have some sympathy for him.
Why are you all so mean to me?
Because there comes a certain point when someone goes missing and you have to give up hope.
Why would you say that?
Because it happened with my mother.
Happened with my father.
You just gave up?
After years, I spent the first several years thinking I could do exactly what you're trying to do.
So do I get years?
it's not worth wasting them.
Hey, you can sure try though. Just go that way and try. I'm gonna pour it back into the forest.
You're gonna bomb check with that? Or is it just blatantly like, get the hell out of here?
Come on, get a nat 20. What are you playing next?
Gray's gonna walk away from the situation, order some food, place some gold on the table for the tavern keeper, and then walk back to the conversation.
Did you get me something?
I prepaid for you. You just need to go tell him.
She turns and walks away.
Well, do you know where there's lots of fae?
Zaldane perks up a little bit.
Salem will come back a minute later.
Honestly, not a clue. I would imagine somewhere around here. They do tend to just be a little bit here and there everywhere.
Have you tried a forest?
Well, I just came out of a forest, but there weren't any fae there.
You might not.
That was that
have
lady.
I'm not Faye. I don't even know where I'm at. Okay, people are telling me that I'm in whatever people told me I was in.
Cormier?
I don't remember the Cormier. I'm still trying to get back home.
And where exactly is that home? By the way, do you have knowledge, arcana, or religion?
I have knowledge arcana.
Go ahead and roll that for me.
Oh my god, I'm getting crappy rolls. 13.
13. Okay. You see the gentleman speaking to you. And he bears pretty proudly over his chest a holy symbol to Azuf. For context, that is the deity of being a magic stickler.
You can use magic, but only if you use it right.
Deity of the magic police.
Yeah.
Lol.
Effectively the magic police god.
Lol.
Just for the record,
I'm from the far forest.
it's a fair distance from here.
What is called the Far
I was
Forest?
told.
Quite honestly, pretty close to 1,000 miles from here. Just about.
800-ish.
Maybe a little less.
I was never really let out of sight before until I fell in a portal.
Out of sight of what?
My mother.
You sure you want to go back?
It's the only place I know.
You can know new places.
I have always wanted to travel. But I don't know you people.
You can get to know us. I'm Salem.
I'm Amira. I don't shake.
Are we introducing ourselves then?
She will pull out a empty bottle.
I'll grab it. That was perfect.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Lift is delighted by that.
For context, they both grabbed the bottle, and then Salem shook the bottle, so they shook hands.
If we're introducing ourselves, you can call me Zaldane or stuff. That's a little fruity curtsy.
That's a long name.
It's the first and the last. I've heard that's normally typical.
Nightshade is my last name.
Lovely to meet you, Miss Nightshade.
I don't
And
have a
Amira.
last name.
So you mentioned that Zildane, blah blah blah, that last name is the name of an unseelie noble?
It is.
Okay.
A minor
Being
unseelie
out
notive. Noble.
You don't have a last name.
What check?
And
know
you've
if
been
I know
messing
that
with
specific
Faye.
last name.
Did he take your last name? Like, did...
I was just not
No,
told.
she tried to give me her first name though. I could be Amara too. Hi,
I thought it was Amira.
It's Amira.
Amira.
I don't
I don't think
necessarily.
that
Zelaine is
trust
looking
this
a little bit
person.
horrified at both of you, like,
I don't necessarily trust this person.
I don't think it
He
works like that
possibly
here, though.
you should generally be more careful with that, giving your name out.
I don't think you can just take people's names here.
It's not
You
as
can, but you have to
simple.
get married first.
Oh.
Oh, I'm definitely
You want
not.
to get married?
No,
Or adopted.
You want to adopt me?
no, no.
You can be my mom.
I'm trying to get rid of him.
How about you?
Okay.
Wow. Great. So that gives me a name? A new name? I'm Lift Wimbley now. Who am I now?
You can be a nightshade if you'd like.
Lift Wimbley Nightshade. I like that. That's
Oh,
cool.
you hyphenated it.
Well, I already had the other name.
I have a little brother now. He needs a pony.
You're paying for it. I got you the last one.
What a happy family.
We're gonna need to save up for your pony.
I've got some coins.
We can buy you a pony.
I mean, not a lot of them, but some of them are really big. And he'll pull out, like, turn around, like, fumbles around in the cloak for a bit and pulls out a silver plate.
That looks tradable, right?
You really think he's going to be helpful on our mission?
Of course.
I highly doubt that.
He can fit in really small spaces.
I can fit in really small spaces.
You were two are on some
And
sort of mission.
He can blend in with all the other mushrooms.
Yeah! It's because I've got this hat. It's very stylish.
We're hunting down the witch that destroyed Gévaudan.
Have I heard literally anything about that? I don't know what check that would be.
Local, or you can roll a diplomacy to have heard rumors.
I have diplomacy. That is a 22.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a little bit of a talk actually around Cormier by this point. It's been a couple of weeks since the destruction. You have heard that Gévaudan has been destroyed by fleshcrafts. Essentially stitched together
Horrifying nonsense.
yeah, like bodies that have been sewn together and animated, whether through like magical means or vivisection.
Perfect.
The rumors don't really clarify as to which is which, because you have heard a little bit of both.
Okay, seems reason. That's how rumors go.
That being said, you have heard rumors about a couple of people who might be responsible for the events of Gévaudan, but nothing's really been confirmed.
Have I heard the phrase "the Witch of Gévaudan" before?
You actually have.
Have I? If I roll diplomacy.
You're welcome to, but you are very far away. I will let you roll a diplomacy though to see if you've heard any rumors. It's going to be a harder check though.
Between Gévaudan and the Highwood.
Far Forest.
That was it, Far Forest.
I had 17.
You're not sure. It's a place that's over 800 miles away.
Okay.
People around you don't really care, and on top of that, you're, you don't really interact with very many people as you've discussed already.
Interesting. I've heard bits and pieces about Gévaudan, but I didn't know they're... Well, I've heard of the witch. There's lots of rumors. I didn't realize there was anything concrete to them.
What's Gévaudan?
It's a city somewhere over some direction.
It's more commonly known as Espoir. But out here in Cormier, they call it Gévaudan. It's a smaller town. They're most known for their wines and cheeses. I honestly don't know a ton about Gévaudan, but from my source, I have it on good authority that it was in fact a witch that destroyed Gévaudan, who was fully responsible for the creation of the flesh crafts, the destruction of the town, etc., etc.
Do you think they're still hanging around Gévaudan?
Likely no. A few days before the destruction of Gévaudan, they destroyed another town in Cormier called Weymouth. Even smaller town than Gévaudan, just at the southern point of the King's Forest. There she conjured dragons.
Seems a little bit haphazard. Dragons in one place, fleshcraft in another. Why not just reuse the dragons?
Or the fleshcraft.
Or the fleshcraft. But who am I to judge the transgression of witches?
The priests of Azuth have come to me to tell me of this witch and have asked me to stop her. She is, well, a reawoken witch. An ancient witch who destroyed many villages in Chult. She is the reason for the ever black cloud hanging over Sembia.
The more you talk about her, the more she sounds out of our pay grade.
She's reawoken, and the priests of Azuth believe that that might mean that she is at her most vulnerable compared to what she will become.
Interesting.
Which is why we're on a time crunch. Because I still don't know where she might be. And really, Gévaudan is merely but a lead.
Well, sounds like from what you have, it's a good place to start. You looking for assistance in your quest?
Yes, of course.
Well, I'm not heading anywhere in particular and have been looking for a safe passage. Literally anywhere out of here.
Just because you're a loner doesn't mean I don't want friends.
I am just looking for some people to travel with, and I will provide protection and, safety in numbers and a split of the loot, of course, as such things go in such...
The more of us there are, the more likely I am to be able to outrun people.
I don't like that pitch.
I don't run very fast.
See? It's great.
She tried to outrun me in the forest. It was easy. She has a horse. I'm not as fast as the horse.
That's why we need to get you a pony, though.
But if you'd like the company, I'll offer my services. I'd like to get, frankly, anywhere but here. I've been here for a few days.
Look around at the half-naked people.
Yeah, it's starting to freak me out. I told them we didn't have to play strip poker, but they insisted on the strip part.
Why have you been here that long?
Well, as these two might have indicated, the forest that way is a little dangerous to travel independently, and no one else seems to...
Is that the direction we're going?
No, we're actually heading in the opposite direction.
Oh, I mean, he doesn't really know where they came from either. He's just kind of pointing.
Yeah.
In some forest
Broad
direction.
gesture.
It seems that the forest around here is a little bit dangerous, and there don't
Yeah, you
happen to
shouldn't
be...
travel the forest alone or you'll get snatched.
And there aren't too many other adventurers coming through this area, as I noticed.
Plus, I don't dare cross
Surprised it
that
didn't happen
bridge.
to you.
And I really...
They tried.
There's a bridge over on the other side of town, and I don't like it. If you went there, you would understand what I meant. It's... I don't know if this thing is normal on the material plane or something, but I think that the sentient bridges are a bad concept. I would like to state my...
Sentient bridge.
Sentient bridge.
Can you show us?
I would prefer not to, especially with the child. Sure, why not? We can all see the fucked up bridge. If I have to suffer, you all have to suffer too.
Wow.
Why would I have to suffer just because you're suffering?
If you don't want to come, you don't have to. You're
Will
free
you
to
guys-
opt out of this
Will
suffering.
you guys be heading towards the far forest anytime soon?
I mean, the direction we're heading, I think, generally goes that way, doesn't it?
Far Forest is to the northwest of here. We are technically heading northwest.
He coming with? He
Well,
kind of
apparently Salem's adopting him.
He's my new little brother.
I'm a lost child.
He's in town.
very suspicious.
That's how little brothers are supposed to be. Suspicious and annoying.
Oh, see, that's 2 for 2.
I think I'll just stay next to you. So, if you guys don't mind, I'd like to travel with you.
Okay. See, I made friends.
I knew I could trust adventurers. Adventurers wouldn't just leave a lost child with a snatched sibling.
I would.
Zaldane, who would have completely left him with his best sibling.
Yeah.
We out of 4 of you. You can't just leave me. I'm a lost child.
As I did mention, we are on a time crunch.
Yeah, we gotta go quick so we can save Lizette.
Gray is going to grab the leg of lamb that he had ordered, as well as the tankard of ale and fruits and stuff that he had ordered, and he is going to wrap up the rest of it and leave with the leg of lamb in his right hand. The innkeeper then provides you your food. Gray walks right out the door.
I'm not sure how to pack up soup. Should have thought that one through.
Ooh, I should get food too. I'll be right back. Scurries out the door.
I will eat the... I will drink the soup as quickly as I can.
Okay.
And use the bread provided with it to wipe up the bowl and eat it as I'm walking out the door.
Cool. Sounds good. Did the rest of you order any food, by the way, from the inn?
No, I'm gonna scurry back and then do stealth sleight of hand to steal a pie.
Okay.
Zaldane probably ate
Called out a
before
pie
all
store on
the...
the way
I'm
through.
gonna say Zaldane ate and had a drink before all of the card business.
Okay.
I have apples in my bag.
Got a 21 stealth. And a 17 sleight of hand. To try and snatch an unattended pie.
You managed to steal a pie.
Nice. Immediately try to catch back up with my new sister.
Okay. You now have a pie.
Scuttling with a pie. Just through the streets.
I would like to look at the general store
Okay.
and see if I see any animals outside of it.
Like what kind of animals?
Like a riding dog and or pony.
So they don't sell animals at the general store. However, there is a stables where you can purchase animals.
I would like to stop in the stables.
Well, howdy doody there.
Hi. Do you have any ponies for sale? Or riding dogs? Something a small creature could fit on.
Got a donkey.
How fast is it?
You know, normal donkey speed.
You've heard of horsepower. I mean, donkeys, they run on a whole different scale.
How much for the donkey?
Oh, well, this donkey is obviously a prized possession of me and my family.
If I show you my boobs, can I get it for 4 gold?
You're whoring yourself out for some ass. Tell you what, roll me a diplomacy.
7.
No.
I have a 13 charisma. That checks out.
No, I got cousins for that.
Well, you ain't an elf. And you definitely ain't my cousin.
You know what? That's fair. I'll give you the 5 gold that it's worth.
Oh, it's worth 10, sweetie.
I think it's probably only worth 6 at best.
What kind of check is it? The haggle, actually.
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy, and it's an appraise to know the value of a donkey.
I'm going to roll appraise on the value of a donkey as I watch this situation. That is a 27.
29.
For the appraise?
Yeah.
Donkeys are worth about 8 gold.
The most I can do is 7.
I'm afraid I just can't get rid of this donkey for 7. It's been in my family for a long time.
I would like to
Sense motive.
examine the donkey.
It has in fact been in his family.
So it's an old donkey, meaning that it's not worth as much.
It's not an old donkey.
What if I show you my boobs?
You shouldn't be saying that. You can't be saying that, gnome baby. You can't be saying that, gnome baby.
No. 27 diplomacy though.
I understand why he wasn't interested in me now.
Oh no.
Now we get to play a new game of watch the GM desperately try to get out of this.
You know what? It's Bogbrook. The stable hand.
I would like to sense motive on the guy.
Go ahead. The stable owner gets in real close to you. Well, could use a new stable, boy.
I rolled a nat 1 on my sense motive. I am oblivious.
Zeldane is going to roll sense motive on
I can't
this.
really stay like that though.
A 16 plus 9. Okay, so yeah, that's a 22. Yeah.
The stable master is definitely creeping on the child.
Oh my god.
I'm going to step over with a diplomacy check. I'd like to pretend to examine the...
You do look like you've got some soft hands.
I'd like to step up, pretend to examine the donkey,
That's weird. That's not what I offered to show.
and examine the donkey. I don't know. This seems like a pretty aged donkey. You wouldn't want to get a bad reputation among other adventurers for selling something like this off for such a high price.
I'll tell you what. I'll give it to you for 7 gold. 1 gold discount for each tip.
I am literally going to pull 2 gold out just to be like, oh, this is not happening.
All right.
Give him 9. No, put that down. You can't be doing that, gnome baby.
I will hand him the 2 gold plus my 7 gold.
It seemed pretty normal here. All those
It is
other guys
not.
didn't have clothes on.
When you were in the Feywild, did you ever hear a term? I have the Sylvan word for it. It says pervert in Sylvan.
Oh. Turns back to the guy. They're gonna kill you.
I don't understand the language you just said. What did you say?
The common word would be pervert, I believe.
He's sitting there counting out his gold pieces.
How about we get the donkey and keep going?
I will take the donkey and start walking out of the...
Hold on, y'all overpaid.
I will walk back.
He hands you guys back 3 gold coins.
I will give the 2 back to you.
He's gonna pocket it. Thank you kindly. As he pats his shirt, you guys just hear as you guys walk out. Not super like under his breath. Suckers.
Wow, my own sister and my own donkey. This is like the best day. Oh wait, no, it's not.
I almost forgot about the crippling trauma.
Gnomes are inclined to whimsy. This one seems more inclined to
rope?
whimsy than most.
Are you asking the stable
I'm
master?
asking Gray.
Like,
Can I use some of it to tie his donkey off to one of the horses since we don't have a bridle?
please explain. You guys actually have not received the donkey quite yet.
Oh, I thought we were walking out with the donkey.
No, the donkey, the stable master actually is going to direct you to where the donkey is.